Nashville. We're live this morning at the Hilton B&A for today's coverage of OVC Football Media Day. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Bob Belvin. We have a tremendous show lined up for you in the next 3 hours, as we always do every season, and a lot of new faces to introduce to you here in the conference. As far as the commissioner goes, we'll meet with our friends from Shaw Sports Turf and the National Football League as well. So let's get a look at what our lineup looks like today, as we have already released our preseason players to watch, both on the offense and defensive side, and overall players to watch throughout the league. So this, first of all, is the predicted order of finish coming to us live, again, here from Nashville. So that's all coming up right here, live at OVC Football Media Day, presented by Shaw Sports Turf, right here on ESPN+. Nashville, Ohio Valley Conference Football Media Days as we roll on. Skyhawks from UT Martin, they're picked to finish near the top. We'll talk to them right after this. UT Martin joining us next here as we continue with Ohio Valley Conference Football Media Days presented by Shaw Sports Turf. We're at the Hilton B&A right in Nashville. Exits are rather runways 8 and 9 right there. These guys flew in from West Tennessee. Head coach Jason Simpson, he's in his 21st season, which probably is as many seasons as these two young men to your left are. Tommy Ansley and Broderick Tommie Jr. I'm going to mess that up at some point in time. Too many Tommies in here, so I'm glad he's not Tommy as well. Welcome to all three of you. I got to start with you because there's just really not a lot going on around you in the last couple of months, and so it's just incumbent on me, Jason, to talk about just the fantastic experience you've had in your personal life with Ty over the last couple of months. Kind of take us through that, wherever direction you want to go with it.
Right. Well, certainly blessed and excited for Ty and happy for all his hard work. But, some of the coolest things that it ties into these guys and certainly to the program. And, Ty grew up in Hardy Graham Stadium, and we've been at Martin, unfortunately, for all 21 years. And he was 2 years old when we moved there. So, to see him grow up on that field and be in that locker room and ride those buses and until in his high school career, right, they play in our stadium. Yeah. So, I would tell you probably most players that played at Martin have seen Ty run around on that field and, throw with a lot of our receivers over the years. And so, pretty neat for him to go and chase his dream.
Yeah, so let me add another just personal anecdote to it, and we'll get down to business. I was traveling quite a bit last year doing games throughout the nation, and it was fun to watch Ty post-game, national television.
Yeah.
Millions of people talk about being Martin-made and talking about being from Weakley County.
Right.
That's important stuff.
It is to me.
Yeah.
It is to our family.
I think it is to America, Jason. I really do.
And I hope Tommy's from California and BT, from Georgia, but I hope that we're blessed that they chose us as to play their career in Martin. So I hope that means something to them when they see Ty say Martin made, because my family's certainly proud of that.
Yeah. And this guy, if there ever was a coach that was made for Martin, Tennessee, it's Coach Simpson. Have you been hunting with him yet?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Or have you gotten an invitation to go hunting with him yet? Maybe that's what I should ask. Right? Not yet.
Not yet.
So
all football in Martin. Yeah, all football in Martin.
Okay. All right. So you don't want to get up at like 3 a.m. like he does and go sit in a duck blind?
I'll give it a go. Shoot, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go.
I see. Well, off season. We'll see if we can make your calendar. Let's talk a little bit about these two outstanding players. Broderick Tommie is in the middle. Junior. I'm a junior too, so I'm gonna key in on that as well. And Tommy Ansley right there. All right. Typical question, Tommy. California to Martin. You got to help me connect those dots.
Oh well. I don't know. I just woke up one day. I had a text from one of the running back coaches at UT Martin. Coach Simpson saw my film on Twitter, liked what he saw. I got flown out there. It was a quick, had to make a decision the next day, and just ended up out there. It was right place, right time.
Equal numbers, for the most part, catching and running, receiving and running last season. And is that kind of where you kind of fit into this group coming forward in 26?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to do a lot of great things with my teammates surrounding me. Just kind of whatever I need to be able to do to make stuff happen. And I'm okay with, making a block this year or two, or running down the lane to get my guy Chris Frank open or something this year.
All right, we're going to come to you with some hard-hitting stuff later.
All right.
That was the easy stuff. Broderick, Marietta, Georgia to Martin. Kind of take me on that pathway.
Well, that was when UT Martin came for me. I was straight out of high school, and that transition from Marietta to Martin was kind of a big deal to me, because I was used to being around a lot of city-like things, and to go to Martin, Tennessee.
You can say the country. It's okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't all bad for me. It was just Martin's like home.
How have you adjusted? And this is for both of you, so I'll let Tommy follow up on that. How have you adjusted, Broderick?
Just surrounding myself around good guys on the team from my freshman year until now, and I just found a bond with them boys, especially in the D-line room.
For you, Tommy?
We work to stay busy over there in Martin, and I really have a great relationship with all the coaches and players, and even just people in town. They recognize you or want to help you out any way they can.
All right, hang tight for the tight ones. I like this schedule.
Better than last year's.
I'm hoping you. I'm hoping you feel the same way, right? Or maybe these two guys to your left do. But it's got I think it's got a really good mix, particularly in your first five.
Well, certainly to be able to play the first two at home. I don't know in 20 years that we've done that. So, gives you a chance to get your feet on the ground against, Central Arkansas at home on a Thursday night. So we are excited about that. Of course, you got the two FBS opportunities with Memphis and West Virginia. So we get to learn a lot about ourselves early in the preseason before we get to the conference schedule.
Memphis, it seems like a natural situation for you to be playing Memphis, given your proximity to it. How did that game come about?
Our athletic director, Kurt McGuffin, he does our scheduling, and he and I correspond back and forth. And that's a good trip for us. We'll make a day trip of it. A lot of our players are from the Memphis area. It's within 2 hours of us. And in 2012, we won. We were fortunate enough to win that game in the Liberty Bowl against Memphis. Long time ago, but memory still in my mind was a lot of good pictures.
So, what were your thoughts when Kurt came with you with the same idea about going to Morgantown, West Virginia?
Never been there before. Played in a lot of the SEC venues and other conferences, but never had a chance to visit that. So, know Rich Rod a little bit, their head coach. So we'll make that trip.
Cross paths in this conference and across a couple parts of the nation. I'm going to give you a quote from after the spring game. Not much probably has changed since then, but I want a little elaboration on it. You said our secondary was really the more dominant group of the spring, and I'm really pleased with that. Good job, Broderick. We had some running backs flash. Good job. And the offensive line's got a chance to do some things. I'm excited with this group going forward. How do you take that spring, being done with that spring game, those 15 days, and translate that into workouts that are going to start, or actually camp that's going to start real soon?
Yeah. I don't think there's any secret recipe to it. We have 55 players on the roster from last year no longer there. That's norm today in college football, okay? So I think we have actually 53 new guys. So, luckily it's the same team that was there this spring is there this summer, except for the new high school players that have been added to it. So these guys come and work every day. They come in, we're around each other a lot. You were talking about the culture a few minutes ago, and that's really – like how did you get adjusted and stuff? And I kind of laugh at that now because it's really the secret to the sauce. It really is. That's the number one thing, that community atmosphere, that, we spend a ton of time together because these guys aren't spread out all over, Nashville and around. And so with that comes improvement. With that comes some more chemistry within our team. So it's been fun. I've enjoyed, I hate we're missing workouts today for the guys because I've really enjoyed watching the transformation to see what this team's going to look like.
So, in all of your years in coaching, has the last 5 or 6 been probably the most tumultuous? Is it the most difficult? Is it the most opportunistic?
Yeah.
How do you look at that, Jason?
Yeah, it's just glass half full, half empty. It's different. You don't get. I've only got to know Tommy for 1 year, okay, but we've had BT now, going into 4. So the time you spend with them because of the transfer portal, when you get them or when they leave, it can be different. But so what? You get to impact and be around somebody, get to know them, impact each other's lives for just 1 year at a time. So you just take it 1 year at a time. The football is the same, okay. The X's and O's, you have to make a decision because of. How you've only got them 1 year, some of them 1 year. So how much knowledge can you pour into them before you're trying to go out and play on Saturday? So it is different, but there's some things. The motivation of some of the players is very high, right? Because you're not having to wait till your senior year for opportunities of only NFL opportunities. There's only NFL opportunities. There's NIL opportunities, and so these guys know, hey, if you're one of our better players, then you're going to have an opportunity to see, if is there an opportunity in the transfer portal for you.
Plenty of them as well. How quickly for you in the transfer portal did things go down?
Well, I was a junior college guy, so I didn't quite enter it, but it happened pretty fast. I kind of talked to them for a little bit, and then one day it was like, you want to come up and visit? And I basically had to get there in the next week, and I made a decision fast. Like I said, right place, right time, and I have no regrets at all. I'm really happy where I'm at. What's been the most thing that surprised you in your time at UT Martin that you thought, oh, this is going to be X going in, and it ends up being Y when you get there and get settled in?
Repeat that question one more time.
What's been the thing that's impressed you most about Martin? What surprised you the most, if you will? You had a preconceived notion that it was going to be this, but it really ended up being much better.
Yeah, in Martin, what I can say is a lot. It's really family oriented. A lot of people will introduce themselves to you and make you feel welcome there. And that's all I really have to say.
Well, in full disclosure, I'm somewhat prejudiced in that I have a daughter that's graduated from UT Martin, and I know that. And I can tell you, and Coach may not remember this, but I can tell you, we're going back over 10 years now. He was at my daughter's dorm on moving in day and helping do those kinds of things. And so to me, that's a differentiator that I've experienced on this side of the fence, and I can not agree with you more.
Yes, sir.
It is. All right, time to have some fun. All righty. So I want to know your playlist. I want you to tell me what you think's on Broderick's music playlist. I want you to tell me what you think's on Broderick's and Coach's.
Okay.
Yours first, Broderick, Coach. Go.
Mine, I'm a big rock and roll guy, like Pearl Jam a good amount,
Okay.
Green Day, stuff like that. I think BT's a rap guy, but kind of I'd say older, like 2010s type, not so much the new stuff, but. And Coach, I think Coach just goes with the flow. Maybe a little bit of country here. That's what I would guess.
How do you do, BT?
2010s is crazy.
He's more Fetty Wap than 2010, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Nah, more like 2020 underground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But
good
he's not wrong about 2010. I still listen to little 2010s, 2000s era rap music.
So they get you right, Jason?
I'll take that. They heard me say it earlier. I don't know the name of artists and the name of songs, but I do listen to a lot of different music, so we'll roll with that.
You're in the wrong town not to know artist and song as far as that goes. That's Broderick Tommie Jr. He goes by Junior or BT, and to his left is Tommy Ansley, and this is Jason Simpson in his 21st season at UT Martin. Our thanks to all three of these gentlemen for joining us. I'm not quite the only thing between them and lunch. They've got a few more stops along the way. I want to encourage you two to enjoy your day. This is fun. This is an unbelievable atmosphere that we're in today. And get ready because I'm going to use that script that y'all wrote for Coach, introduce him at lunch. Make sure we'll see you there.
Sir.
Thanks so much again to the UT Martin Group.